Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, buongiorno, buonasera, dzień dobry, dobry wieczór i jak la. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be, Jay Slater Case. I just want to contrast in this short video. And by the way, I'm trying to do all the videos under 15 minutes because on the new restored Duncan Smith channel, the verification process that you need to go through to have a video longer than 15 minutes keeps stalling. It's not working. It's that message, try again later. So I might have to put some longer videos back on justiceforj.com, but I will work on that. I'm just explaining why everything for now is under 15 minutes. Yet another YouTube issue. But that's fine. We can work with that. I wanted to contrast two statements today. Chosen background of the day is the Zigny Zuckhunden group, Dutch dog team. And we have, I believe, this is star performer Fleck, right here, right here, right here, right here, Fleck. I believe this guy is called Paul because he was in one of the interviews in the documentary. If I move my fat head out the way, we have, I think she's called Esther on the left-hand side. Esther, I think that's right. Because remember in the inquest there were two Dutch witnesses who were called in. Esther, I believe, was the Dutch-speaking one that didn't speak great English, and Adelie, rather than have a translator, just said, "We won't talk to you. You can just sit here and listen." And the one in the middle is not Marika Krantz, who is like the head gal and spokesperson for this group. So that's kind of curious. At first glance, it looks like Marika Krantz didn't go walking down looking for Jay. But of course, Marika could be the one taking the photo. The photo. That's entirely possible, maybe likely. But again, just have a quick look at these people. Esther, who, if you remember, man on the ground in Tenerife, Noah, got a friend and colleague who are Dutch speaking to speak to Esther on the phone. And it's her interview that we highlighted a long, long time ago. And Esther was very, very keen to speak and, gave us a lot of good info. Marika Krantz, the head gal we don't see in this photo, was the one that then said, no, you must not put any of that information out in public. We went ahead and did that anyway because we thought it was very important for people to know what good old Esther had said here. So from that day on, I got the feeling that Marika Krantz wasn't fully cooperative with the whole let's get to the truth. I've always felt she's covering quite a lot up. It's just a feeling. She's yet another one of these that doesn't seem very comfortable talking about details, and that always bothers me. But anyway, that's the chosen background of the day. Now then, I want to feature what Marika Krantz said in the inquest. In the inquest, as reported by Lancashire Telegraph, Marika Krantz, she said about this group, the Dutch group, and I point out who they are and what they look like because I've got to be honest with you, they don't look to be supreme athletes, any of them. They're not in tip top shape. And call me arrogant, but anyone that is walking down a perfectly open, flat, good track terrain like this, why they're plodding around, Chris Tenerife did the same thing with these hiking pole things, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, maybe these Dutch people are so panic stricken that they're in mountains for the first time in their life or something. They feel they have to, stabilize themselves with these poles. Oh, for come on, Christ's sake, just put them away and walk normally, will you? Yeah, the dog's fine. What do you need the poles for? I don't know. All of it's sus. But anyway, getting back to what Marika Krantz said. She said they were able to track Mr. Slater's scent, talking about the dog or the dogs. They were able to track Mr. Slater's scent all the way to where he was found. Let's have that one again. They were able to track Mr. Slater's scent all the way to where he was found on day 28. So the obvious question for Debbie, for Luggy, for Chris, for anyone, if the Dutch dogs, were able to track Mr. Slater's scent all the way to where he was found on day 28, Why could the Spanish dogs not do that on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27? Why? Why are the Dutch dogs so superior that they can do on day 28, when the scent should surely have been faded horribly, when the Spanish dogs couldn't do it on day 1? Luggy's always explained because the dogs weren't taken to where Jay was. Well, presumably, the Dutch dogs were taken to the same place where the Spanish dogs were taken, up at the head of that trail there. So, anyone, please explain. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is what Marika Krantz said next. She said, describing this walk to where Jay's body was, she said, the last hour was difficult to walk, but you can get there. Once again, the last hour was difficult to walk, but you can get there. Not horrendously difficult, not horribly inaccessible, not the most awful, awesome challenge I've ever faced in my life, just difficult. Difficult. The last hour was difficult to walk, but you can get there. Now, not only can you get there, Marika Krantz and her team did not get stuck in a man trap there and die. They all walked back. These star, youthful looking athletes and the dog all came back perfectly safely. It was a little difficult. It was difficult. But you can get there, says Marika Krantz. And I would add, well, obviously you can get back too. So how is it that we have these people able to get there and get back, and it was difficult, but Jay Slater couldn't? He couldn't. And not only could Jay Slater not get back, he had to send a message saying, I know I can't get back. Listen, I'm not going to make it. Why did the Dutch group not have to send out a message to all their friends? Oh my God, we've blundered into the man trap. Listen, we're not going to make it. Why didn't they send that message out? Why did they know they were going to make it and Jay didn't? These are very simple questions for everyone that knows the truth. Ivor Lovelace, Chris Pennington, Debbie Duncan. All we're asking is, can you answer the question? How is it these people made it quite safely and back and Jay didn't? You see, the last theory we explored was Chris Pennington's, well, Jay was in trainers. Yeah. Everyone else that wears hiking boots, they can get there and back, no problem. But trainers, death trap. Yeah, man trap. If you're in trainers, that's it. That makes all the difference. Dog's not in trainers. Dog's not in hiking boots. Dog didn't do anything. He made it back. Fleck made it back. And then goes the trainer theory, I would say. Um, and what do we do? What do we have as a follow up to that? Yeah. This was one of in Luggy's great rant yesterday. Here's something I will pick up on. Luggy said Jay was ultimately located and recovered right there in the man-trap terrain that Luggy and Co. kept referring to. Okay, Luggy, you kept referring to this man-trap terrain. It's the same question. If this is man-trap terrain, here are two women and a man and a dog. How is it that the man-trap terrain only trapped Jay? It didn't trap any of these people here, and Chris never actually got there because it was too difficult for him, too unsafe for him to get to. So, again, several questions in one there. You've described, Luggy, this man-trap terrain. Chris has said, if you're in trainers, you ain't getting out of there. These people got out of there. The dog got out of there. Chris was so inept or so fearful, he couldn't even get there. He had to stop short. Why? Why did Chris stop short when these people, Marika Krantz says, got there? These are simple questions. Why do we get no answers? Well, as we have been pushing for answers, we've been getting a few. They've made no sense. They are absurd. They are ridiculous. And we're having a good laugh at Sluggy's vain attempt to explain the inexplicable. But let's keep pushing on this one. Once again, Sluggy, these people here said they got there and they got back. How did they do it when Chris couldn't even get there and Jay got there, but because of his trainers, he couldn't get back? Listen, I'm not going to make it. All right. We will sit tight. We will sit tight for the answers. We just want the answers. Hasta luego, adios, hasta la próxima. See you next time.